All right, everyone, it is Taco Tuesday. Going to be jumping into the top prop bets for today on Taco Tuesday to use with all the discounts that we're going to have today. The current one is going to be Giannis to get over 25.5 points. And so we'll be touching on all the bets to pair with that prop bet. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start out with some of the soccer prop bets that we are getting, because these are some pretty darn good edges that we have. Like we have seen recently, is that these soccer prop bets are providing some big edges. And so looking at it, guys, we have two prop bets that, yeah, they're probably going to end up just being pushes here at 2 shots. But if the over or under, which one's more likely? It's definitely going to be the over here for these two prop bets here. So we do want to be include these on the bet of the day because they are just two solid prop bets. We are getting another good one here as well with another soccer prop bet. Again, like almost a 60% edge. These are just simply put the easiest prop bets to get to because they're the best prop bets on the board. Now from there, we are getting some more soccer prop bets, but we also are getting some other interesting spots as well. So we got Victor Scott here for under his hits, runs, RBIs. We can get to that one if you guys want to. One interesting one I would say here is going to be Logan Gilbert with his fantasy score. And so looking at it, guys, he does have about a 48% chance to get a win here. So if he does get that, he's going to be much closer to his average sportsbook line. Okay, so if you factor that in there, he could get there. But he also would need to get a win given the current constraints that are going into this fantasy score projection. So simply put, this line that we're getting for PrizePicks is definitely too high there for Logan Gilbert. Okay, now he is at about 7.5 pitching strikeouts, which is a lot. We do see the Demon prop bet for his pitching out is at 18.5. Standard one would be a little bit lower, closer to 17.5. So again, if he does get the quality start and he does get the win, then yes, he will get the over. But that is a very tight line. Like if he doesn't get one of those, then he's not going to get the over. Or if he doesn't get to 8 pitching strikeouts, then he's not going to get the over. Okay, we've seen the last game, the first game of the year, 42. Right, so very tight line there. Sure, Detroit. I believe Detroit just had a player suspended. If I'm thinking of the right team. No. Sorry, that's Atlanta. Is what I'm thinking of. Profar is the player that I was thinking of. Anyways, though, that's a pretty solid bet that we were getting there for him for under his fantasy score. And then, guys, we go ahead and jump into some of the other bets that we were getting. We are still getting some of those really good college basketball fantasy score prop bets. So if you guys want to target any of these, you can certainly do that. A lot of the Duke under fantasy score prop bets are going to be the bets that we probably should be targeting. We also have Auburn for under their fantasy score as well. So a decent amount of good ones there. For some other potential bets that we can be on, we have Marcus Simeon for over his hitting fantasy score of 5.5. Now, he is someone that a lot of people I think are betting on. Okay, there's probably going to be 6,000 people, probably 7,000 by the end of the day, that are betting on him, most likely because of his game log where he has been struggling here. But that's also why he's popping up for a good over bet, because he has been on this cold streak. And so with that, the Vegas lines kind of have to give a proper projection for him. They're not going to abandon kind of their baseline for that. And so with that, we are getting a decent edge here if he starts to actually play like his normal self. And so either he's in a little bit of a cold stretch or he's just due to go off. And so it is baseball. There are hot and cold stretch, I know that, but that is currently one of the better bets that we are getting. And then we have Ryan Dunn for under his fantasy score. He's actually someone I didn't mind for his over points, rebounds, and assists earlier on in today. Now his lines have been bumped since then, but I did want to call that. We are getting a good amount of prop bets. Another one that was interesting was Trey Bonham here, where I posted in the Discord chat, when his line was at 5.5, the good bet was actually the over 5.5 rebounds because it was very likely for him to get the over. Now, PrizePicks has bumped this up to 6.5, and now we probably should be chasing the under. It's always interesting when that happens, so that's a clear advantage that we were getting there as well. But guys, yeah, plenty of good prop bets to get to today. Then on the flip side of something like Marcus Simeon, we are seeing like Ho Lee here, where he has been on a hot stretch lately, and so the books are still going to give him his baseline, which is what Underdog has his line at, which is about 6.5. Okay, and so this line here on PrizePicks is clearly a little bit too high. It's just whether or not he continues that hot streak. It's kind of a bet on that. So it's really up to you guys if you want to chase those bets. I've already got action in on some of those bets as well. A very big edge for us for Underdog as well, just as an FYI. Mookie Betts for under his fantasy score here. And then you also have Johnny Broom for over his fantasy score on Underdog as well. That's a solid bet there as well. And for the bet of the day, I do mostly just want to be targeting bets that are going to be taking place today, but this one is clearly a pretty big edge. When you look at his Underdog line, it's at 24.5. And remember, for basketball, it's a 1-to-1 swap. So this is seemingly a very good edge for us to get to. So I'm perfectly fine betting on his under fantasy score here as well. So this is the bet of the day, guys. Going to be looking at these 5 bets. We are tossing in some soccer prop bets that are starting pretty soon. So apologies for that, guys. This is obviously going to be for the early prop bets that we have for the Giannis taco. We're going to be pairing that up to make it a 6-slip bet. It really just depends on you guys. Again, if you guys are getting $25 per taco, just pair these up individually with the Giannis prop bet. That's the best route to go. But I showed you guys kind of a lot of the other prop bets that we have going as well on the board. You guys can just sub those in. There's plenty of good prop bets today, so that's the nice part about today on Taco Tuesday. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Make sure to give a like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys want access to any of the tools that you saw in this video, make sure to head on over to 9to5sports.com. Get access to all those tools for just $10 a month. Thanks for watching. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.